Just give me a second. I want to thank everybody for coming and being here today and sharing this moment with Megan and I. We have those rare moments that we can all get together and have everyone that we want around us sharing these moments. And this is definitely something that Megan and I are going to always look back at and remember everyone who was here and shared this moment with us. Couple things I want to go over and just thank some people who really helped put this together, which is, of course, Megan's family. The DeWitts were instrumental in doing this, and my sister and my mom really did everything in this room and made it just look just perfect. And we couldn't have done it without Marjorie Kelly, and she has just been phenomenal in helping us do the timeline and everything we need. She's back there, she's great, so thank you, Margie, we really appreciate it. I just want to say a couple things. First, I want to thank my family for this wonderful event. I want to give you guys a little background on something. I am very privileged and honored to be one of the people who has been given the honor of being a steward of a family heirloom, and that is the ring I'm wearing. It is not a normal ring that men usually have today. It is actually from my grandfather. So I'm the third generation that has the opportunity to have it. So it is a great honor that my family has given me, and that was my mom and dad and my brother teaching. So thank you guys. And now to the baby, which is my Megan. We started working together now about 4 years ago, and it took 2 years for me to get Megan to notice me. But I noticed Megan the very first day that I started working at Costa Mesa High School. I walked into our first in-service, and I immediately noticed just this stunning redhead. And I was sure that she was already married or taken and there would be no opportunity. And I started to poke around a little bit, and I found out she was a counselor. And I remember the very 1 or 2 first days on the campus, it said, "Welcome back, Ms. DeWitt." So she was single, so I was very excited. And every time after that, walking into the counseling department, I got a little nervous. I was like, she works down here. This is where she's at. And it took a little while, but I eventually wore her down, and I got her to notice me. And for those of you who haven't heard, November 23rd, today, is the 2nd anniversary of our very first date. And I remember that day. Yes. I remember 2 years ago to this date, probably around this time, driving over to pick up Megan for our first date, and I just was struck. I was like, I can't believe I'm going to go on a date with Megan DeWitt. It was just surreal because she was just such this beautiful girl, and I didn't think that would ever happen. And then fast forward to today, and I had that same feeling. We were going to the church and getting ready, and I was like, I can't believe Megan DeWitt is going to be my wife. So it's just been a wonderful ride, sweetie, and I can't wait till everything that happens in the future, baby. Love you.
Let's hear for Nathan, everybody.
But first of all, I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. Really appreciate it. I know we have people coming from all over the country to be here tonight for the wedding. And most importantly, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the DeWitts. I don't know where the rest of the DeWitts are. They're here. Okay, I see back here. And I'm really excited that the DeWitts, Megan, Mr. DeWitt, Mrs. DeWitt, and Glenn are going to be part of my family now. It's great. So welcome to the DeWitts, to our family. We're happy to have you. So now this is the part where I get to tell a couple of stories about Nathan, I guess. And I can't even do it for this from my notes now. Boy. So I've known Nathan for a while, as you can imagine. I probably know Nathan, since he was born, since he was brought back from the hospital. And I remember one of the first times I was tasked with watching both Nathan and Brittany. And I remember Nathan would sit there and he would scream and he'd start to turn red and then he'd start to turn purple. And I thought, oh my gosh, this kid's gonna stop breathing. And sure enough, he would stop breathing and then he'd go and breathe in and then start crying all over again. So even from that stage, we knew our lives would change, and they did. So we went from nights of Mozart and that sort of thing, where it's just Ben and me and my parents, to a little more fun time. And that continued throughout junior high and high school, and I won't regale you with a lot of those tales, but I'm sure you can get a hold of Doug Leach, or one of the, who's right there, or the Hassenjägers, and they can tell you about it a little bit more. But I think that was an important time for Nathan, and in time, I think he really found his place because he became a teacher, and he started to work with kids that were either special ed kids or now emotionally disturbed kids who had been through a lot more than life and experienced a lot more than life. And where a lot of these teachers would crumble, and I'm saying crumble in like a week or maybe a day, Nathan's steadfast and he's stayed strong, and he's worked with these kids, and he reaches these kids in a way that a lot of other teachers can't. He'll go and work out with them at the gym, he'll talk to them about life choices, and I know it means a lot to these kids. And I think since Nathan was one of these kind of rough and tumble guys, I think he understands, he identifies with them a lot better. And then it was there in teaching that eventually he met Megan, his partner. So it was through all these things and all these journeys that brought him here today and brought him to Megan. And I've seen him change again since he's met Megan, and it's for the better. And he's become more of a man, a better man, and I know I'm going to see that continue. So I just want to give a very heartfelt congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Swanek, Nathan and Megan. Here's to you guys. And I'm done.
All right, let me start by just saying, wow, Megan, you look absolutely stunning tonight, right, everyone? Woo! And Nathan, you're looking good too. As a matter of fact, everybody looks really good, so way to go. All right, so I prepared something that I'm going to kind of read and ad-lib for you, and I want to get things moving because I know, so my name's Andrea Mosley. I've known Megan since the 6th grade. And let me just say that the way that we met is I was in class one day, and I was sitting there, and the teacher called on me, and all of a sudden, just as I got ready to answer, I felt some like pokes and tickles on my already ticklish back, and I turn around and I start laughing, and I'm sure I got in trouble. And here's this beautiful redhead with this bright, beautiful smile, just giggling at me. And so began a lifetime friendship. I've been friends with her ever since. I've considered her my best friend since that day. And we have had so much fun together and so many giggles and so many laughs. And the beautiful thing about Megan is that even though she moved away from me and she moved down here and I don't get to see her as much, every time I see her, we just pick up where we left off. It's almost like we were never apart for even a minute. And so I love that about Megan. I love the way she laughs. I love the way she giggles. Her bridesmaids put together a little something that I want to read because we all had something nice that we wanted to say about Megan. So let me read that for you. All right, so Delia would like to say, Megan looks and acts like a ray of sunshine. Always positive and optimistic. I would not have made it through almost 10 hours of running straight with any other individual I know. I love her compassion. Anne-Marie said one time we were in a run and there was an injured butterfly on the ground, on the sidewalk. And I'm selfishly worried about hurrying up and getting our pace going. and she doesn't worry about that at all. She stops and she picks up a leaf and she uses it to slowly move the butterfly back to where it belongs, safely out of harm's way. Stephanie said she has an absolutely awesome sense of humor and she doesn't take herself too seriously. Megan never misses an opportunity to have a laugh and make someone smile, but her running is no joke. I have so much admiration for the dedication and focus she has. I want to say that the Wits, Megan was raised by two absolutely wonderful parents who I consider to be like my second parents, so thank you to you both. I remember having such a wonderful time at their house growing up, and I remember staying up giggling with Megan some more until the wee hours of the morning, and they were so patient with us, and we pulled practical jokes on Paula, and she was okay with that. So we just had lots of fun, and we just really enjoyed ourselves. And I know that she has been prepared to be a wonderful husband for Nathan because of those two people back there and her wonderful brother. So thank you to them. I love Megan, she's my girl, and I gotta say something real quick here about Nathan, okay? Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Swanek for raising such a wonderful hubby for my beautiful Megan. And I want to just tell you guys really quickly, I knew Nathan was the one, okay? Not too long after Megan and Nathan got together, we went on a double date with them. And we already have a child, my husband and I. So we brought the little ring bearer over there with us at the time. And I just remember that as little kids tend to do sometimes, he kept calling Nathan Taco. Okay? I don't know why, kids do weird things, but he kept saying, Taco, 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 look at this, Taco, look at that. And a lot of guys would have been really kind of weirded out by that, but he didn't miss a beat. He just said, hey, how you doing, burrito? And so I watched the two of them that day, and I watched how they interacted, and I watched how they looked at each other and how they held hands. And I've known Megan long enough to know he was the one. There was no doubt about it. The way they kissed, the way they were in love, I knew for a fact that he was the one. And so, as I was trying to figure out, oh my goodness, bridesmaid speech, what is it that I'm supposed to say? I remember looking and seeing that I was supposed to end with a quote. Well, I looked on Google and I looked on Google and I could not find a quote that worked. And so what I did, Megan and I have known each other long enough that we send each other a million emails and I never get rid of any of them. So I went back to 2 years ago when these two went on their first date, and I found the email that she sent me because I knew she had sent me an email. You don't go on a first date without me emailing your best bud, right? And so I looked that up, and I'd like to just read to you what she said to me. First date, 2 years ago, okay? Drea, that's me. I am so excited about Nathan, I can hardly focus. And there was a bunch of O's in there. He is funny and clever and charming and creative. He likes to work out. Woo! He has 2 dogs, and he likes to garden. So we knew. I mean, come on, that's the one, right? That's the guy. And so there it was. That was the beginning of a beautiful love story. And all that led to what you all witnessed here today in the beautiful chapel with our beautiful bride and our lovely groom. And I just want to say, cheers to them both. Thank you.
Hey, no, I think that's neat. It's okay.
So hello, and thank everyone for sharing in this joyous occasion, for being here. Some have traveled continents away. And it's all because we know deep inside of us that we are stronger when we are together. We know that friendship is good when it's honored. Family is best when it's honored. Megan when she came along, she was a gift from God. I went and knocked on every door I could find. And her name means strong and able. Secondary meaning to her name is a precious pearl. Nathan has a name that means a gift from God, as Megan was a gift from God to us. His name also means strength, charisma, and compassion. And I can't think of a better combination of names to meet one day and to recognize that they were destined to be together. So I give my thanks for all of you who have journeyed here to celebrate the marriage of Nathan and Megan. And I give my thanks to God for being here to share this. So may you toast Megan and Nathan for a long and happy life, sharing their strengths and putting together a plan daily to be strong for each other.
Thank you so much, Mr. DeWitt. No wrong applause for Mr. DeWitt, everybody. Well, at this time, I'd like to also invite Mr. Pat